Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
Very good evening to you. Welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV. I'm Ken Stewart. I'm your host tonight. We've got a few guests lined up as well. We're going to bring in just a moment. We're going to talk about the Millwall game from earlier today. Early kickoff, of course, it was at CBS. We all had to get up early. From a Saturday night out, we all had to get up at 12 o'clock. Well, get up before 12 and get up to the ground for 12. And hopefully get 3 points, which we duly did. Not the best of performances, but 3 points in the bag is the main thing. So let's bring in our guests. Milesy, good evening.
Good evening. You all right?
Yeah, he's done a lot of singing today. He got up early, and he's lost his voice.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a long day considering I've not been well all week, and then having to get up early and get up there. But yeah, I'm here. Don't worry.
3 points in the bag, which was the main thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hard work, but
it was hard work.
It's done. Yeah,
we'll talk all about that, and then of course we're going to talk about Plymouth as well later on in the programme. Claudio, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
All? Yeah, not too bad actually. Yeah, I've had a little kit this afternoon after the game.
Yeah, you got to change your background slightly. You got all your Peugeot shirts.
I'm sponsored by Peugeot tonight. Hey.
Covering that Italian flag up.
That bloody time.
Yeah. Now we've also got Wayne. Good evening, Wayne.
Good evening, all. How are we?
All right, yeah?
Yeah, all good, thank you.
Enjoy it today?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't get a chance to have a sleep. I watched it. I recorded it on Sky and watched it again when I got back.
Yeah. And
you should have heard the language coming behind me with Wayne today. Oh, flipping it.
Yeah. Well, it was 3 points in the bag. That was the main thing. We had a fantastic performance. It was very, very suspect in the first half, Miles, wasn't it? I don't think we woke up, did we?
I'm just waking up now, I think. No. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It could have been a different story, couldn't it, before they scored? Had you hit the post,
yeah.
He had quite a big gap to slot it into. Since replays of that since being home, and if you take your chances there, you're probably looking at a completely different game, and you're probably going to go on and win it probably 4-5. But yeah, Millwall came out the traps all firing, all blazing, and they really took it to us in the first half. And they created probably the more chances. I've got some stats for us later on, but they probably created a little bit more in the first half than we did, but I thought we weathered it quite well. You could see the goal was coming, and probably Milan, he came up for the header, he got forward a little bit too far, got caught out, didn't win the header, and you've got to be winning those. They've latched onto it behind and then slotted it into the box, and they've got a goal, and a deserved goal, really, because they did have a lot of possession in the first probably 15, 20 minutes of the game. But yeah, fair play to them. They came out, they gave it a good go. But Mark White was stood next to me, and he said to me during the first half, he said, they ain't going to keep this going for 90 minutes. They couldn't keep that high pace going for 90 minutes.
Very high press, wasn't it? Very high press.
Yeah, and it showed it towards the end of the first half. They started to back off a little bit. We started to get a little bit more possession. We started passing it around a little bit more. We started getting a little bit more confident. We probably could have gone in 1-1 at half time, to be fair.
Yeah. Were you happy with the team that Mark Robbins put out selection wise? I was surprised Bobby Thomas never started, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I was surprised that Bobby started. I was surprised De Silva started as well. I thought Bidwell would have come straight back in. Bobby Thomas straight back in, and I thought that those two changes might have happened, but no, he stuck with the FA Cup team, didn't he? And so fair play to him to stick to his guns. And you've got to take it, because You know, we've got 3 games this week, haven't we? Then we've got a bit of a week off before Stoke. So you've got to rotate it a little bit, and it comes thick and fast again after that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's games nearly every 2 a week now, really, next couple of months. We've got a very busy schedule. We've got a long trip to Plymouth, which we'll talk about in the second half of the show on Wednesday night. So that's going to be an interesting game. Claudio, good evening. Did you think your selection of the team was correct, or would you have gone with somebody else?
Well, I thought Bidwell was going to come back in, and I thought Thomas would be starting. But I wasn't disappointed with the lineup. I thought it's still a Millwall on a downward spiral. So those lads who went out there should have been good enough to beat them. But as has been pointed out, they just started so quickly, Millwall, didn't, with the high press.
Yeah, very high press.
What's disappointing is that we didn't think, oh, should we just change our game a bit for 10 minutes and go long just to catch them out? Because I know it's commendable that we try and pass the ball around, but my word, we were living dangerously, weren't we?
We were.
Sort of almost begging for them to get the ball off us.
Trouble is, when they scored that first goal, if they'd scored a second one, we could have been big trouble.
Well, what doesn't help is that players weren't looking for the ball, I didn't think. I thought it was a very lazy first half performance by 2 or 3 of our, especially midfielders and forward players. They just weren't looking for it. You know, in games like that, you've got to come looking for it and try. I think like last season, someone like Hamer would have come looking for that ball to try and get it moving. I mean, Eccles comes for it, but he's not a player who's going to drive the team forward, is he? He'll get it and go sideways and backwards. And basically, we weren't getting out of that hole. And so I wasn't surprised they scored, and I wasn't surprised we were struggling. You know, and it was a bit frustrating because I thought, you know, they're a struggling team. We should be taking the game to them, really.
Yeah, especially the
But fortunately, you know, we turned it around second half. So, you know, But team-wise, to be honest, it's a big squad now, and it's great that we got players. I mean, this time last season, we wouldn't have had those players to come on to change anything. We'd have had to stick with what we got, and you know, you could almost everybody could guess what the changes would be last season. There'd be probably 2 players coming on every game because the rest weren't good enough. This season, we can change it, and it's worked for us.
But, we can make.
But I was after the selection of the team. You know, I thought it was a decent enough team on paper to beat Millwall.
Yeah, fair enough. Good evening, Wayne. Do you probably agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with what's all said. It's something about the first half I think we struggled with, because we struggled with the first half of the season. You know, we did last year. We struggled with the first half of the games for the past few games, in my opinion. I think it was difficult to drop De Silva after how we played against Wednesday, but I thought Thomas might come back in.
Yeah, I thought it was a very high press, wasn't it, that first half? I think that caught us out a little bit. I don't think anybody expected Millwall to come out flying like that, and they did, to be fair.
But like you said, they weren't going to keep it up for longer than the first half, were they? Exactly,
and eventually they got worn down. But did you agree with the selection? With because I thought Bobby Thomas should. I was very surprised about Bobby Thomas not starting. That's my biggest surprise. I thought he'd come straight back in, but and he did come on eventually, obviously, and it changed again.
I did as well, and I preferred Latabio there in midfield, if I'm honest. I think he struggled to centre back a little bit, and I think when we changed him into midfield, which is the only change I'd have probably made for the selection, which would have brought Thomas back in, wouldn't it? So
exactly, Miles, second half, then we had a magic comeback, haven't we?
Yeah, it's all right. I was just going to bring a comment up because I got a video about it, but we'll come to that in a minute. Second half. I mean, we start as I said. Mark said to me, he says they can't carry on this. They can't keep this high pace. They can't keep going. And we did start to pick up the ball. We started playing it around, make them run a little bit more, and we started to create chances. You could see that we were pushing forward. We're pushing their wing backs back. You know, we were really getting into the box and getting somewhere with what we were trying to achieve. And the ball I think it was from Victor Torp through to Hadji Wright into the box. A cracking ball, and he got took out. And, you know, you look at it and you go, oh, it's definitely a penalty all day. And I'm not being funny, but you've seen them not given.
Yeah,
You've seen challenges like that not given in our league because of the refereeing standard. So to get it was really good. I didn't see the rock paper scissors. Apparently they did rock paper scissors to see who was going to take it, O'Hare and Hadji Wright. But the cracking thing is that when Hadji Wright got the ball and he was older, he was taking it to the spot. Everybody I swear everybody in Singer's Corner went, "Oh, something, no."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I swear everyone did. There's no doubt about it. But fair play to him. He slotted it down the middle, and I think he has gone down the middle, and by the looks of it, you can't see it from up. But down the middle, keeper's gone the wrong way, and fair play to him. And then, his goal. The other goal that he scored was he took it near post. Keeper probably should have done better, but I think it was a little bit too more powerful for him. Couldn't keep it out, and it slotted into that bottom corner, which was great. And Callum O'Hare just. That guy amazes me. That
I was about
to
say that was a brilliant run from O'Hare, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's out of contract and he still hasn't given up and he's still playing for us. You look at the likes of Berriton Diaz last year for Blackburn. He was running out of his contract. He didn't want to play. Every time he come on the pitch, you could tell he was running out of contract. This young lad, he's running out of contract. He hasn't signed a new contract and he is giving it all for Coventry City, and he's trying his hardest for our team, which is commendable to the young lad. Absolutely brilliant. And as for Victor Torp, for a guy that never kicked a ball until about, 4 games ago, for about 5 weeks, they had their break for the winter. The guy's just fitted straight in. He's slotted into the team. He looks the business. His free kick taking, he could have scored in the first half.
Yeah.
His free kick taking second to none. His corner kicks are on the money. He's just what a player. Absolute what a player Victor Torp is. Whoever found him needs a medal and a round of applause.
Yeah. I mean, when Hadji went out on the left-hand side, obviously, I think he's more dangerous on the left-hand side than he is through the. It's certainly more effective, isn't he, than he is through the middle. Hadji.
Well, he is a middle player. You got to look at his goal against Sheffield Wednesday. He was down the middle. Cross came in, got the header. But give Ellis Sims a round of applause as well because he came on, threw his weight about, created space for other players, and we scored the 2 goals. And everyone's slating Ellis, everyone's slating Hadji Wright. I mean, I thought Hadji in the first half against Wednesday last week was dreadful at his first touch, but today he was a lot better. But I just think they really ground it out today. And if you want to get promoted or you want to get in them playoffs, you've got to grind out these results. And we did it. We ground it out.
Yeah. Claudio, you probably agree with most of that was said, won't you?
No, I'm kidding. Well, fair play to Mark Robbins because he changed it early. I think after 5 minutes, he saw enough of a couple of players and thought, not having it today. I'm sorry, but Josh Eccles and Casey Palmer were disappointing today.
Casey Palmer surprised me today. He wasn't in it, was he?
Well, he's like that though. He can be absolutely superb, and then sometimes he tries all sorts of things and they don't come off. And I think Mark Robbins had enough of it and had to change it. And instantly, it looked better. It looked more lively. And I think, regarding Hadji Wright, I think the problem is he's got a certain style in the way he plays, and it looks a bit too laid back for our game, doesn't it? Basically, and especially when we want something a bit more physical. But when Ellis came on, I mean, he was chucking his body around, wasn't he? He got back and made a couple of decent tackles. He got stuck in, and like Miles said about O'Hare, we've talked about it before. The lad's leaving possibly in the summer. You wouldn't think it, would you? The way he's playing, right. He's putting. That's a proper professional, and that's
how refreshing is it this year that we can do that? Whereas last year we couldn't do that off the bench, could we?
Exactly. That's what I said earlier. Exactly. Yeah. We've got players that can come on now. Actual options, which is brilliant. But I just want to make a comment about
strength and depth is brilliant. In
squad. Well, it's much better. And we had to compete with Lurch at the back for Millwall.
How big was he?
Cooper, 6'7". He should be a number 8, shouldn't he? He should be playing for England in the Six Nations as a number 8. That's not a footballer, is it? And they attacked it. Let's face it. Every free kick, I think every free kick, there must have been 30 seconds wasted for him to get up the pitch.
Yeah.
Get up.
So when it, like the first half, they added on 1 minute. I thought, well, they spent 3-4 minutes waiting for him to get up the pitch for free kicks and throw-ins.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm just glad we're not that kind of team anymore, where we're relying on rubbish like that. So,
was it a penalty for you? With no problems with the penalty? Do you think?
yeah,
Yeah.
It looked a penalty to me. I was concerned, like Miles said, and in fact, normally I would stand up and watch it, and I didn't. I just thought, and he put it in. I think everyone was more relieved that he actually scored because of
because when you take the ball
earlier.
When you take the ball off somebody, you've got to score, haven't you?
But apparently, he used to take him in Turkey, so
Oh.
yeah.
And O'Hare took the last one. That's
I can't believe
O'Hare would take it.
So
I can't believe at this level we haven't got a designated penalty takers.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't get it.
I would have thought Robin should have sorted that out, really. I mean, I automatically thought because O'Hare took that last penalty and scored, maybe he'd got the job. And he was, if Godden weren't playing, then O'Hare would take the penalties. And I think that's what O'Hare probably thought. And then Hadji said, oh, no, I'm having it, sort of thing. And then they ended up doing that rock, paper, scissors thing.
Well, I'll tell you what made a difference was Latty as well. Because unlike Josh, every time Latty got the ball, he drove it forward. He actually, I mean, he's got a weird running style with the ball, but at least he was pushing the team forward. It needed a bit more energy. And they were obviously, I think, as Miles was saying earlier, they'd lost their legs the second half, Millwall.
Yeah.
They're definitely tired.
Yeah, we got them 2 quick goals. I thought they were, I thought we'd go on and get a couple more, to be honest, but, because we looked dangerous every time we went forward. They couldn't sit back. They couldn't waste any time because they were losing. So they had to change the tactics, didn't they? Completely different game. Wayne, you agree with the penalty for you? Definitely.
Yeah, it looked like a penalty at the time, and watching it back again, he's tried to wrap his leg around the ball, and he hasn't. He's wrapped it around Hadji's ankle, basically.
Yeah, and I was just relieved to say it went in with Hadji because we were all a bit like, oh, now look, for fair to play to him, we can't really have a go at him because that's double figures he's got, isn't it? Now, Claudia, how many goals has he got now? Is it 10?
11. I reckon he wanted that penalty because he probably was on a bonus to get 10 goals. It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me either, to be honest. Yeah,
he's probably got an extra 50 grand now or something.
Well, to be honest, with the chances he's missed, he could have had 20 by now, couldn't he?
Well, that's what's bizarre. He missed the easy one, and then the goal he scored. The keeper should have saved it, really. So, Rob Nichols, did anyone see the disgusting elbow in the face challenge on Sakamoto?
Well, we got a video. We got a video of that, haven't we, Miles?
Sakamoto.
Oh, that's just blatant.
Well, I didn't see that in the game. I must admit, I've never seen that.
Sakamoto.
Allen, couldn't it? It could have been another fractured cheekbone.
Yeah.
How's that missed by the fourth official stood on that side?
Yeah,
in front of the fourth official that side. Yeah.
I don't know how.
That was the first half down on our right hand side, and the lino is there. And yet again, the officials have not seen it, and it's absolutely just shocking. How on earth, if that's in front of you and you're an official, how can you not see that? It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
I say that's the first time I've seen that because I missed it. I didn't see it during the game, but that is a red card all day long for me.
I mean, it's awful. Awful.
I think the game plan was to take chunks out of it. Sorry, mate.
Go on, Wayne. Go on.
I think their game plan was to take chunks out of us, and the ref allowed it. And I think watching it again when I got home, that's what took us by surprise in the first half, I think.
Yeah, there was one yellow card in the whole game.
Yeah.
Really?
One yellow card in the whole game. You tell me how that game ended up with one yellow card. That's what the stats said on Sky Sports. I've got some stats up, but you can't believe that refereeing standards are missing these things. It is dreadful. It happened to him at Norwich, right? He was getting pulled, kicked. You were there, Wayne. Ken, you were there.
Yeah.
He was getting absolutely annihilated in the first half at Norwich. And people are saying, oh, he's not playing very well at the moment. Well, I ain't being funny. If you're being kicked around the pitch and you're getting an elbow in your flipping face, you're going to run out on that pitch thinking, Christ, am I going to come off? Am I going to be alive at the end of this game? Because it is absolutely disgraceful. And that's on the Sky cameras, that is, right? That's on Sky today. Look what happened to Matty Godden when he apparently died for a penalty against Fulham, and we'll go on about it all our lives, right? That today, that's on Sky. If that isn't pulled up by anyone at the EFL today, after seeing that, there's something wrong with the EFL, because that refereeing today, it's not on. It's wrong. And I'm sick to death of talking about referees week in, week out, assistant referees. I hear Wayne behind me screaming at them, what are they doing, and things like that. And you're watching it and you're thinking, why aren't you flagging? There was an incident in the second half. Sakamoto was in the corner. He had the ball. Sakamoto had the ball. The Millwall player grabbed hold of Sakamoto. The Millwall player fell down with Sakamoto on the floor. The lino flags for a free kick to Millwall. Now, you tell me, Sakamoto's got the ball. He's all over him, pulls him down, and the linesman flags and gives it Millwall a free kick. How'd you work that one out?
Yeah, he wrestled him to the floor, didn't he? He wrestled him to the floor. Yeah.
It's awful. It's absolutely dreadful. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, okay, we got a penalty. He gave us a penalty. But that elbow, and nothing will be done. You look at what happened in the FA Cup. Robbins has already said nothing's going to be done about the Jamie Allen thing. You watch the replay over and over. The bloke ain't even looking at the ball.
No, he wasn't looking at the ball.
He just ran into Jamie Allen and put his shoulder in. And he's a big bloke, and he's put his shoulder in, and he's fractured his cheekbone. And now Jamie Allen's had to go and have surgery. He was there till 4:30 in the morning or something. At A&E with Simon Moore taking him sweets.
Yeah,
and that was in front of the fourth official.
Yeah, and our big ADV Vash should have a right go at him as well about it, because I seen him. We were sitting just behind it, and I seen him get up and have a right go at the fourth official. Now, whether the fourth official said something to the ref, I don't know, but obviously no further action was taken, and that was it.
But it's not just our game, though. It's not just our game. I watched Man United this afternoon. Fernandez, right? He's having a go at the referee. They're on about bringing these blue cards in, right? The commentator said he's giving him grief. He's giving the ref grief. The ref ain't happy with it. Get your yellow card out. So what are these blue cards going to bring in? If someone's giving you your jip, are you going to give them a blue card? Well, no, because if they're not going to give them a blue card, because they're not even brandishing them a yellow card for giving them a jip.
I think it's a bad idea. I mean, they should be giving the yellow card for any of it.
And it's so inconsistent. The refereeing, there was a foul in the Man United game on a Villa player, and the next thing, there's a foul on a Man United player, and they gave the free kick, but they didn't give the free kick for a worse challenge on the Villa player. And you're like, how? Where's all the consistency going? And that today, that elbow, man. No. There's
What's
no call
wrong
for
as
it.
well is that, like the Sheffield Wednesday game, the fact the referee saw it, they can't deal with it retrospectively, which is rubbish. Because surely in the with VAR, you've got it clear and obvious, isn't it? If it's so why can't that be looked at as something which is it's an?
I thought it could
error.
be if the ref hadn't dealt with it on the game. I thought if he had yellow carded.
He gave him. I think he did give him a yellow, didn't he?
I don't think so.
I don't know if he did.
No, I don't think he did.
Because he gave him a yellow, you can't look at it. That's it. Because he's seen it.
I don't think he got a yellow.
Yeah, he did. No, he did. He did get a yellow. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he booked him.
Well, that means that he's seen it and he's happy
Allen,
with the yellow card. So that's
why
the
wrong. It should still be looked at. It should still be looked at, regardless if you've seen it or not.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't think these blue cards are going to help at all. It's just if they get the yellow cards right, then there's no need for blue cards. You know, they should.
But they can't even get the yellow cards right. So how are they going to get the blue cards right?
And then people call for, obviously, if we had VAR, that's another thing, then these things would have been picked up, or would they? You don't know, do you? But they would certainly, hopefully, pick up them two assaults on Jamie Allen, one on Allen and one on Sakamoto. I think both of them would have been picked up by VAR.
I mean, the Allen one was subtle. The one at the Millwall one wasn't, was it? That was a proper movement to the arm.
Yeah.
The Sheffield Wednesday one, a lot of people missed it.
Yeah.
They didn't realise what had happened.
Yeah, I just happened to see it because it was right down in front of me. That's why I caught my eye. And I seen Eddie Vivash had me right down. I thought, bloody hell, must have been bad. And when I looked at it again on the telly, I could see exactly what he meant. Really bad. Anyway, look, he was man of the match, Hadji. And he scored 2 goals. And we were up in the lounges at the CBS after the game, and he was speaking to Harry Roberts, who got his interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, it might be a bit of a surprise to you, but our man of the match is Mr. Hadji Wright. Right. Yeah, Mr. Wright. We watched it on the screen after the match, and Mark Robbins didn't look happy when he said that you decided who takes the penalty by rock, paper, scissors. Do you practice that at work?
No, it's just a start though. I mean, usually I lose, but luckily enough today I won.
To be fair, Callum's face was like a smack backside, wasn't it? He was not happy. But the positive thing is that both of you felt confident enough to take the penalty. Now, with your penalty, as a defender, I see it going down the middle, and I always worry then it's going to hit foot or something. But do you make that decision as you're running up because you have a little bit of stutter to see which way the keeper goes, or did you beforehand say, I'm putting it down the middle?
Yeah, I know. In a game like today's game where they're leading and there's so much pressure on the goalkeeper to make a save, I know he's going to go either left or right. So for me, it was the easy decision to go in the middle, and I knew he was going to dive, so I just put it in the spot where he isn't.
That's always a good thing. I've taken the penalty and I put it in the spot where he was in. It was in the crowd. He wasn't there either. But at the start of the game, I thought it's going to be one of those games because after a couple of minutes, we had a bit of pressure on them, and it was bobbling all around the penalty area, the 6-yard box, and you hit the post.
Yeah. Took 10 deflections on his way there, but lucky save by them and unlucky for me and us. But again, we won the game, and that's all that matters.
Now, it's a totally different game to the Sheffield Wednesday game where everything sort of worked and it flowed and it was beautiful. This week, you had to dig this out. You had to really grind a result out. And it shows that we can do both.
Yeah. Shows both of our faces. I think we're a good defensive team, and we're very good going forward, and we can score goals. All we have to do is really keep the other team out, which is what we did for 70 to 80 minutes in the game, and our quality prevailed.
Absolutely. Where's he come from? Your other goal, again, it's a clash of minds as well, because you're trying to fool the goalkeeper where you're going to put it.
Yeah. Usually when you shape your body like I did to go far post, the keeper kind of cheats a little bit and tries to cheat, get the position early. So I saw him moving a little bit, and I pulled it back in the near post, and luckily it went in.
Well, brilliantly, and you did it so well. Now, like I touched on earlier on, that the defensive side was important as well. It's all right getting you 2 goals, but you have to defend against that. And they chucked up there number 5, who was a basketball player or something. He's a roof inspector. And but Joel, Latter Baudier, I had problems with that. Thank you for that. I thought he did a wonderful job. He blocked in front from all the free kicks, from set pieces and whatever. And it's not an easy job to do. But you say he's a bit like a pit bull terrier in training.
He's not the tallest guy, but you can see today his character and his passion in the game, and he was able to defend a guy probably twice as tall as him and make him look small. So it shows how good he is.
And it was, in the end, it was a great team performance. One that we had to sort of battle together.
Yeah. Came together again as a team. Another great second half performance, thanks to you guys on our backs, and it was a good win.
And finally, another great crowd, over 24,000. It's just. And when they start singing, it must be wonderful being a player, and you've got your own song here, as you heard when you came in. I should have known better, shouldn't I? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our man of the match, Mr. Hadji Wright. Can we have only children, please, for photographs and for autographs? Thank you.
There you go. Had you right, man of the match today up in the lounges, and well deserved. I think we all agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or would you add Callum O'Hare?
Well, no, I think Latte had a good game.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And
fair.
he mentioned him. I think it's these man of the match things. If people score goals, they tend to give them, don't they, to the goal scorers a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Victor Torp.
Yeah,
Well,
or
Victor
even Victor. Victor Torp is just a player and a half, isn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, look, we've got a few more comments coming in, haven't we? Before we have the ad break, and then we've got the Plymouth fan waiting.
Got loads.
Yeah. Go on, then.
Yeah.
That's Paul Hughes, evening all from sunny Reigate. Down here all week, but a result we probably would not have got last season. PUSB, stone, paper, scissors. Pure Games, PUSB. Gar 87, evening all.
Evening all.
Covandi, evening all, back in the top 6.
Yeah.
Hector, PUSB. Neil Jack, evening chaps, PUSB. Sky Blue Heaven 87, evening lads.
Evening.
Robin Fletcher, evening all.
Evening Robin.
Sky Blue Heaven 87. Yes, we need to change it sometimes. Everyone knows we are going to play it from the back now and again. We need to mix it up, use the long ball now and again.
Playing at the back worries me sometimes the way we do it.
Danny Drury, hiya guys, what a win today. Plate Sky Blue Army. Disillusioned. sounds like a rock band, that does. Disgusting elbow on Saka. That's twice now. Did we complain to the FA about Allen's? Paul Cuttyford, anyone want to play rock, paper, scissors? Hector, agree with Miles. Sims does affect games in a positive way. Ian Small, evening Ian. Evening all, a win after good changes.
Yeah, agree there, Ian.
Michael Fetter, I heard Michael on the radio earlier actually. Wright was so much better once moved to the left, and Latty was also better once he was moved into centre mid, defensive midfield role. Torp is going to be some player. I think we all agree on that. Skyblue Heaven 87. Maybe Torp would be good for penalties. We need to know who takes the penalties, not guess. Yeah. His set pieces are great. Luke Carter. Eccles was playing too deep. If Kitchen and Thomas had been there, they would have bent his ear for that.
Not sure what this one's aimed at.
It's shocking.
It's the elbow.
Yeah. Trains are us limited.
Or refereeing standards.
Yeah. Chris McCormick. Need more retrospective penalties for these. Same thing against Allen. You definitely do. It's ridiculous that you can't go back and look at something. Michael Fetter, get VAR in the championship as soon as possible.
No.
Luke Carter, until that ref punished them, there was always going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
All it would have took was a few yellows, and they'd have to think otherwise.
Yeah, agree.
Definitely, Luke. Yeah.
And the time wasted by the keeper as well. Drains are us limited. Who was the Muppet who called CWR after the game moaning about who took the pen?
He weren't happy at all about the penalty taker.
Yeah, he went on about it for ages, didn't he? I thought, he's Claudio. It wasn't me. No. Covandi, that was an assault on Tats. It definitely was. Dave McGee, cynical Millwall. Refs need educating. Was in car park. Millwall fans causing lots of fights. Not great. Talk about that. We arrived at the same time as the Millwall fans arrived on the train.
Yeah.
And they basically just walked them out in the middle of all the Cov fans.
Was there any problem?
Well, no, but there could have been, couldn't there?
Yeah.
I'm saying they didn't even stop any fans walking and let them go through. They just let them walk across and mingling with the fans and that. I'm thinking this is ridiculous. They must realise the reputation, and it could cause problems. You know,
Apparently, nobody likes them. I've heard their one song.
Chris McCormick, refs have been shocking, and EFL haven't got the balls to issue retrospective bans.
Yeah.
It's interesting with the EFL because you listen to the people who run it, and they think they're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Assassins Unite, Doug King, Sky Blue Army. Yeah, look, got the Doug King hair. Dave McGee, anyone who wants blue cards.
This is my favourite one.
Yeah. Anyone who wants blue cards has a serious blue problem. Yeah, I know. There's no need for it. Just do the job. In the laws of the game, brilliant. It says there you can book players for dissent, whatever. Just book players. It's in the laws already.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Right. Is that the comments for now? We're going to have a short ad break, and then we're going to come back. We've got our Plymouth fan waiting in the wings to talk Plymouth, who we play on Wednesday night.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.
Good evening, welcome back to Sky Blue Fans TV. We've been talking all about our victory over Millwall in the first half of the programme, which was a very welcome 3 points, even though it was quite a hard game. We now go on to Plymouth on Wednesday night, and we've got a guest from Plymouth on the show now. Good evening.
Hello there, good afternoon. How are we?
The Green Fever, how are you? All right?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, not too bad.
Nice to meet you all. Very well, thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, tell us about Plymouth in the season so far. What's been your views of your season so far, and how do you think where you are now, where you thought you might be?
I still think it's been a good season, bearing in mind that Steven Schumacher was at the wheel start of the season. Excuse me. And then we're starting to ride that wave at home. We got those results against very, very decent opposition like Norwich and Sunderland. Then Shuey leaves and goes to Stoke, quite unexpected. But then Dewsnip and Kevin Nantiville do a fantastic job. In Bossett takes the wheel. We get our first away win at Swansea, which is a fantastic achievement. I know clubs in the Championship should be winning, but we lost, Finazaz, Luke Cundle, KKH, all gone to, Premier League clubs, and went back to their clubs, and they've gone back to Championship clubs. Keeping hold of Morgan Whittaker, of course, was the main bit of business we had to keep hold of, and we rejected bits from Lazio, around about £13 million. We signed some brilliant young players from, Spurs. We've got a great relationship with them. Alfie Devine from his time at Port Vale, Ashley Phillips from his time in the Championship on loan from Spurs. Adam Forshaw, on a free from Norwich. Diaco Gabby from Leeds on loan. So and last couple of weeks we've been all right. We've got obviously that fantastic win at Swansea. We've got a brilliant point at Huddersfield. They probably should have won the game. We smashed Cardiff. It was quite an easy game. So I think relatively on the whole, you've got to think about it as, I'm not disrespecting any bottom clubs in the Championship, but we are doing better than some Championship clubs that have been there for a good few years now.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you've had a not bad season, really, when you look at some of the points you've picked up. You're not doing too bad considering, you've only just come up. Who have we got to look out for on Wednesday night in your team, would you say? Who's your outstanding players this year?
the obvious one would probably be the GOATs, our number 10, Morgan Whittaker. I think he would probably be the main one to look out for. Still think Ryan Hardy still firing in goals. He scored that fantastic goal at Sunderland. I'm not sure if you saw that, but that was a brilliant goal.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, seen it.
But since we lost, Luke Cundle and Finn Azaz, I could probably name them as two. But I'd still be wary of Ballymumba. So, since we played you at your ground, he was very, very good. But those three would probably be, the main match winners that can pick up a bit of magic. Adam Forshaw, I'd be worried of him in midfield with Diago Gabby, a very, very good partnership between them. And I'd be very careful with our young lad, our number 35, Freddie DeZaka, who's been gaining some really good traction over the last couple of weeks and really starting to be recognised amongst Plymouth Argyle supporters and other fans in the Championship that have watched him. They have been really impressed with Freddie.
Yeah. Where are you hoping to finish this year in the table? You got any aspirations? Or are you happy to just not go down? You're happy mid-table?
Yeah, anything above the relegation places is a bonus for us.
Yeah, it's always a difficult place to go to Plymouth. I mean, I'm coming down on Wednesday evening. Always very difficult. I've been down there a couple of times before when we played you. I think I've been down there in the cup when we played you once, and then I've been down in another game. So I've been down there a couple of times. It's a very tight, compact ground, isn't it? Where it's always a good atmosphere down there. Yeah,
most definitely. I think we're not really fortress home park this season, but I think we've got one of the best home records in the Championship in terms of away form. I think we're in the top 10. The atmosphere is, as you could ask any Championship fan that have been down to our ground, it's one of the best atmospheres in the Championship, one of the best iconic stadiums for the old stadiums in the Championship.
Yeah, I'm disappointed it's a midweek game because I was looking forward to coming down for the weekend actually, because it's a lovely part of the world and it's nice to spend a weekend down there. But unfortunately, we've got the short straw and we're playing you midweek, so I've got to come straight back for work. But are you getting full houses every game?
Yeah, 16,000. We've been selling out. I don't think there's been any empty seats. I think everybody's behind the new manager. All right, we had, the fan base were divided on Foster, but I think the fan base are relatively all behind him. That he is the right man for the job, and I certainly think so. Yeah, full houses all round.
And who are you on the lookout in our team? Who do you think is going to be a danger? I don't know if you've seen much of Coventry games. Who do you think is going to be maybe cause you a few problems on Wednesday?
Haji Wright. Excuse me, Haji Wright. I think he'd be one of the.
Scored 2 today.
Very, very dangerous. Sacramento, I think he'd be another one. Is it Callum O'Hare? Another one. There's those three that I can think of off the top of my head. I haven't really much watched of Coventry's games, but those are the three names that keep popping up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get anybody else want to ask a question or before we get predictions for the game? Claudia?
Because I spoke earlier with Craig. Do you think things have improved since you got the new manager? Because must have been a bit of a shock that Schumacher left. So, do you think was it a positive move that with this new guy, or did you expect somebody different to come in, maybe more of a name?
I think we all expected. I think we were with Scott Parker, John Eustace, really big names. But at the other end, I just want to get that. No, Shuey's at the wheel at Stoke. Just want to get that in there. How's that working out for him? But at the end of the day, I think things have improved. Our away form has certainly improved. Stephen Schumacher didn't win a single away game in the Championship under him. We got that first away win. All right, Swansea probably should something out of the game, but on the whole, I think things are improving. We need to keep hold of our best players in the summer. I don't think Morgan Whittaker will, but there's other key players we need to keep hold of, back him in terms of financials, and give him the team he needs to be able to stamp his authority. And I think we are a well-run, sustainable Championship club. We have the lowest wage bill, we have the lowest transfer budget, and to compete with the likes of Wednesday, QPR, Huddersfield, Swansea, I think it's a fantastic achievement, and Simon Hallett's done a fantastic job. And yeah.
Realistically, how much do you think the club would let Whittaker go for?
That's really difficult because if we've got teams in the Premier League that want him, I would imagine there's teams abroad that want him. There might be teams in the Championship that want him. So as many teams as we can get will put the price up, and I'd imagine Argyle will, hold firm. If you want him, you have to pay the valuation, and there are clubs that are willing to half up more and more and more. You're gonna have to bid more and more and more because we've got him on a three-year contract at that point. He loves Plymouth. The fans love him. He's in no rush to leave, and we hold all the cards. And if we're not one of those clubs that are gonna sell to the lowest bidder, we will hold firm. And like we did in January, we told Lazio, "There's the door. Bye bye. We're not interested." So I believe the club will show some ambition and will really, really hold firm. If you're not going to pay the money, there's the door.
It's interesting because the guy at Bristol City was sold for 25 million, wasn't it? I can't remember his name now. There's a player that, I think he was in the team of the year, wasn't he? And he went for 25 million. So it'd be interesting to see if somebody comes in with a big bid, if you keep hold of him. Because obviously in your situation, that sort of cash is going to keep you afloat for a few years, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely. I think that would probably buy you at least 2 or 3 good Championship players to keep you up next season.
We bought 10.
Yeah.
with the sales we made.
I can't imagine Simon Hallett would dish out the checkbook that much, but I do think he would spend quite a significant amount of money. And let's be honest, you're going to have to spend a significant amount of money to replace that man's goals and assists to that Plymouth Argyle team, because without Morgan Whittaker sold in January, we've been in desperate trouble. Because obviously Finizaz was contributing, Luke Cundall was contributing. And if we didn't replace him, if he left and we didn't replace him, we'd be in deep trouble. But, that's why we need to make sure that if he goes in January, we find an adequate replacement, because it's difficult to find those players, and of course people are going to know that Plymouth Argyle have got money to spend, and that's also quite difficult because if you want the top targets, you're going to have to pay the evaluation, or that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Let's have some score predictions.
I got one. Hold on. I got one. Just for all the fans coming down, because we've sold out. Is there anywhere that fans can go before the game when they arrive down there? Because I think if I remember last time, there's a couple of bars on the way up to the ground, isn't there, on the main roads?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a Cherry Tree in Peveril you can go to. There's the Britannia Inn, which is a Wetherspoons, which is just around the corner. There's the fan zone. If you want to go in the fan zone, I'm not sure if you'll be allowed in there, but there is a fan zone. There is obviously restaurants and stuff, whatever you call them, confettis inside the stadium. There's loads of bars in Mutley Plain. The town centre's got loads of bars, so there's no problem. You will be able to get in somewhere, no problem.
Okay, interesting. So,
and with it being on Valentine's night, do you think you're going to get a bumper crown being on Valentine's night?
I wouldn't necessarily say so, because the crowds have been consecutively, 15, 16,000. So I wouldn't say just because it's a one-off game. I think there's been relatively high attendances this season, regardless of it being Valentine's night. So
yeah, okay.
Not many divorces going on then.
I know it's a long.
You should have seen the attendance after Leeds scored that goal in extra time. There was quite an exodus in the crowd. So hopefully that won't happen again. Home Park Wednesday night.
Right. Okay. Let's have some predictions then. How do we think? We go with our guest from Plymouth first. How do you think you'll get on Wednesday? What do you think? Give me a score prediction.
I think it's going to be hard. We're going to have to sit in. You guys will probably have the ball, and we can hit you on the counter attack. So I'm going to go 2-1 Argyle. I'm going to go Ryan Hardy and Morgan Whittaker.
Okay, you're going 2-1 win for Plymouth. Okay,
yeah,
Wayne, what do you think? Wednesday night
I'd be happy with a point, but I'm going to go for 1-3. I'm confident.
or 1-3? Okay. I think we scored at Claudio in the last 17 games. Is that correct? No, 18 now after today.
Yeah, I think we scored two. We've scored 2 goals in the last 8 out of 9 games, which is, I mean, last season it was like we were scoring a goal every other game at one stage. We weren't scoring many, were we?
No, that's right. Do
I
you think there'll be goals in this one?
Yeah, I think I said when I spoke to Craig earlier, I said I think it's going to be a 1-1, to be honest.
1-1.
Yeah, we can't at the minute. We do concede goals, so they've got enough firepower to score a goal against us. And if they launch any balls into the box, we have a problem, don't we? Crosses at the minute or anything in the air.
Mind you, we could have Kitchen back. He could be back for this one, couldn't he?
Yeah, but he's played in those games as well, hasn't he? So, I mean, to be honest, a 1-1 score, a score draw down there is a good result, I think, because they're very strong at home, and it's they're travelling, all the rest of it. I will be amazed. I'll be really, really pleased.
Yeah. Well, okay, Miles. Where are you going? Which way? Or are you going
Well, Claudio's nicked my scoreline. Claudio's nicked my scoreline, unfortunately.
You could say the same.
I was going to say the same as Claudio. I was going to say, yeah, I'm going to stick with 1-1. I think we do leak a goal. I was like today we leaked a goal. But yeah, I'm going for a 1-1. I'll be happy with a point. I've been down to Plymouth. I haven't seen us win. Well, I think I've seen us win there in the FA Cup. That was it. Every time I've been down there, we don't have a very good result. And it depends on the weather because it's an awful ground when it's windy and wet. It's dreadful. And I've been down there. I've been there when it snowed, actually, when we were playing. It was bloody snowing. So, yeah, it depends on the weather. But I'll go for a 1-1 this week, yeah. Take it a long draw.
Yeah, well, I should be travelling down there Wednesday evening, so I'm going to hope for a win. Fingers crossed. I think we can win, but we will concede, I think. So I'm going for a 2-1 Cov win myself. So a bit of mixed reaction of all of us there. We've got a few comments, haven't we, with score lines, I believe.
Let me get them up. If I can find them. Hold on. Yeah, here you go. There you go.
Dave Granigan, evening, David. 2-1 win for Cov.
Yeah.
Ian Small, 1-1 will do on Wednesday. Assassins Unite, Plymouth 1, City 3. Paul Hughes, a 2-1 win for Cov. You can tell we won today. I love it whenever we win. They're always normally quite good, aren't they? Luke Carter, 1-1.
Evening, Luke.
Jack Thomas, 0-0 at half time, 2-0 full time.
Jack.
Catty Kaz, 2-1 to Cov, by the looks of things. Right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I noticed there's a comment on there from Ian Pimlock. 33 of the 49 goals for City have been in the second half of games, which is interesting, isn't it? So
that's confirming what Wayne was saying about how we start slow most games.
Yeah.
You know, and the trouble is with that, you can get caught out. A place like Plymouth, you could be 2 down quite quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
If you don't get it right.
Yeah.
Aaron Sam will smash them 3-0. No, I can't see that.
I'm not sure about that.
I can't see that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, mixed scoreline there. So we're all reasonably confident of bringing back something. And I just want to thank our guests for coming on tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I want to wish you the best of luck after Wednesday, of course.
Thank you.
For the rest of the season. I hope, hopefully you'll consolidate your position in the Championship for next year.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't think it'll be an issue. I think we'll stay up. I think there's worse teams in the Championship. then Plymouth Argyle.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay, thanks very much for coming on.
Thanks, Craig.
Appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Safe travels for all those Cardiff, sorry, not Cardiff, Col fans that are making the game. Safe travels down there. Right. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you very much. There you go.
We've got a video as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got another video actually from a Plymouth fan, Harvey, which we're going to show you now.
Right then. Hi guys, thank you for having me on. My name's Harvey. I run a Plymouth Argyle vlogging channel where I follow them home and away, give a fair assessment to all the games, and you can find my vlogs on YouTube under the name Harvey England. I'm here to talk about Argyle v Coventry. Argyle, I think our season's gone. I think we're overachieving. I feel like other than our away form, our home form's been incredible. The only problem we have now is the away form. If we can start picking up points away, I think that in over the course of the season we'd be flying. Players to watch out for me, obviously the obvious one is Whittaker, but we've got a solid back three with Galloway, Phillips, and Gibson. So all of them, to be honest. Connor Hazard's been terrific last couple of weeks. Definitely was the main factor in our win against Swansea, our first away win. Ryan Hardy, he's a runner. He'll run for days. Alan Forshaw in midfield and Guayabi, both terrific players, experienced and youth in the midfield. But yeah, I feel like I've basically named the first team squad there. But definitely ones to watch out for is Ash Phillips, Guayabi, Forshaw and Hardy. I'd say they're four main ones. And my score prediction, I've got a soft spot for Coventry. Half my family from up there. So I'm gonna be polite and say 1-0 Argyle. Hopefully we're gonna nick it, and best of luck to Coventry for the rest of the season. Obviously I hope you guys make it back into the playoff area like you did last year, and hopefully you might see yourselves up there. But yeah, you can find my vlogs on YouTube under the name Harvey England. Cheers for having me on. Up the Argyle.
Cheers, Harvey. Harvey England there. Plymouth fan, thank you very much. And some kind words there for Coventry City. Right, got quite a few more comments to go through, haven't we, I think? Got a few more comments coming in? Yeah.
Assassins Unite, let's be honest, apart from Sims, who may come good, all the other signs are playing well. I think they are. I think we've done really well.
Yeah.
Since Christmas, it has that word gelled in Plymouth. And police officers are present at the game, so why is nothing done to protect players? This is to do with the
incident on the pitch.
I don't know how it works, to be honest, in that respect.
Yeah, I don't.
Assassins Unite, great win. Kitchen back for Plymouth is massive. Personally, I'd put Latty at right back and keep the same team.
Well, we'll talk about the team for Plymouth in a minute or two.
Dave McGee, 11 goals, had you right, magic.
Well.
Michael Fetter, I brought the Jamie Allen incident up on CWR after the successful Wednesday game, and even they, without indirectly admitting it, agreed with us that it should have been looked into further. In Plymouth, these incidents are assaults. If you did it in the street in front of a copper, you would be in cuffs. It's true, actually. It's
yeah, if you did.
Players have been prosecuted in the past, haven't they? I mean, Duncan Ferguson went to prison, didn't he?
He did for headbutting, yeah. If I remember up in Scotland, yeah.
Aaron Samuel, but worried if we get a knock in midfield short of players. Kelly maybe. I think Kelly's out of it now. To be honest, I don't know what you guys think. I don't think he's got the legs for it. Ralph Wiggins, Torp in my book. Is As Matt Godden had a good game. Trevor Merriman, Torp, man of the match. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, Torp.
Certainly a contender. Definitely a contender.
Yeah. Dave Granigan Jr. Hey guys. Hey to you too.
Hey,
Assassins Unite, get it in the mixer.
get it in the box, yeah.
Yeah. Dave McGee, let's hope Hull and West Bromwich Albion slip up and we aim for the 5th. PUSB. They've both got to go to Plymouth, actually.
Yeah.
So, we're all going down there. It'll be interesting. Because West Brom aren't great away from home. I mean, they beat us, but they've been awful away from home. Disillusioned. Sims needs some credit for pressing and running back. Just needs a goal. Gower 87. Sims' confidence seems to be growing with every appearance. Can only be a good thing. Dave Granigan. Hey guys, hope you well. Great result today. Certainly was. Michael Fetter. If there's one thing I can't stand about Millwall, it's that horrid drone of, well, I won't do it, from their fans. It's goddamn awful. It was funny when we were doing it back to them, wasn't it? At the end.
Yeah.
Steve Price, so proud of the boys today. Didn't really get out of the second gear, but found a way and we're good enough. I mean, today was we've done the double over a team who we traditionally struggle against big time. So it's excellent, really. Dave McGee went to Plymouth years ago. We lost 4-0. Went to pub crawl everywhere. Plymouth fans ripped us apart. Let's hope for a little revenge. Adam Wood, a point at Plymouth wouldn't be the end of the world, given how good they are at home.
Yeah. Agree with you there.
Jack Thomas, hello, gents. Evening, Jack. Steve Bell Property. The guy from Wednesday who smashed Alan in the face did not get a yellow. Reports of that because he got a free kick, it won't be looked at, which is a disgrace. Definitely no card given on the pitch. So basically, because the referee gave a decision, saw it, they can't reflect on it.
I didn't think he'd give him a yellow.
But this is what I'm saying. If we had VAR, he would be told to look at it, wouldn't he? So this is ridiculous.
He'd be told to go to the monitor, yeah.
Exactly. So, Adam Shaw and Mark Robbins wasn't happy with the state of the pitch. Yeah, it needs looking at, apparently. That's what he said. Michael Fetter, think the Plymouth game on Tuesday night, well, it's Wednesday, isn't it?
It'll be easy Tuesday.
Sorry?
It'll be easy on Tuesday.
I know. It's going to be a very difficult game. Would be happy with a point. All three people, obviously, for the bonus. Going for a high-scoring game, 2. David Granigan, that spider has miles again.
It's in his throat, I think.
It's gone. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it since. So I think the rat got it because I got a pet rat sits down by my feet.
Ian Small, Robin said the team won't get back until 4 a.m. Why don't they stay in a hotel, travel Thursday, better than what effectively is jet lag?
Yeah.
Well, I presume they're having the day off Thursday, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they don't do that.
Well, you ain't going to be back till 5 a.m, Ken. I've told you.
I'll have a nice
till 5 a.m.
Well, at least I'm not driving. I'm going to have a nice kip on the couch, hopefully.
I think they make too much of this, having to rest players and stuff like that. I mean, come on, just get on with it. Assassins Unite, come on, City, come on, City. Jack Thomas will take Whittaker for a packet of skips and a pepperami. We'll chuck in a Fredo if he scores more than 15 goals for us. Assassins Unite, I noticed the pitch wasn't its usual carpet, but it's still good. They'll work on it this week. It'll be fine. We spoke about this earlier, didn't we, guys? I think we've had 2 weeks of a lot of water, and we've had games on it. And there's only so much work you can do on it, I suppose. Even if when it's wet, what can you do with the wet pitch?
Well, it's been awful. Well, absolutely awful. So I think it's not too bad considering the time of year we got to, and it's holding up all right so far.
Jack Thomas, Andy Wharton from Blackburn went for stupid money too. That's right, he did.
Yeah,
18 million, something like
18 million. Well, I'm sorry, but I think O'Hare's a lot better than him.
Yeah, and we'll get nothing for him. Loads of people, Aaron Samuel, loads of people reselling tickets on the COV resale ticket page. Oh, they just realised, have they, that it's
Wednesday night.
Valentine's? Yeah.
A lot of people are getting points, aren't they, and then selling them on.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure
They're all
Bidwell
getting
has to
divorced.
start. The silver leaves wingers too much space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Thomas, does the ground sell Bovril? That's the most important question. They probably do down there. I'd imagine they do.
Yeah, they do, Jack.
I
Yeah,
hope so.
definitely, Jack.
And a decent Cornish pasty.
Can you believe? Can you believe? I sit next to Jack and Neil, right? And today they went and got a Bovril, didn't even get me one, and they know it's my favourite drink.
Really? Why didn't they
that's
get
just
you one?
shocking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not acceptable, is it?
No.
Yeah, but it's not the same Bovril that used to get years ago. Definitely not. It's the Bovril without
Nah,
the
it's
beef in
not
it.
Bovril.
Ken O'Tomo, Stims has a new role in the team. I'm convinced if you watch the warm-up today, he didn't do practice shooting with strikers. He was elsewhere passing the ball around. Oh,
Well,
interesting. Ken O'Tomo, think he's been told to hold up the ball, be destructive, lay ball off to others.
possibly.
Assassins Unite. Plymouth 1, City 3. Unite.
I'll take that.
Ken O'Tomo, which is what he did today, and I think it worked. That's right, when he came on.
Yeah, he did come on and he made a difference, I think. Definitely, without a doubt.
Mark Harrington, evening, Mark. Looking forward to visiting Plymouth. My last time there was in 1996. Same score prediction. That was 3. Was it 3-0 or 3-1 in the cup?
3-1, I think.
Yeah. But that means got to get a player sent off as well. Because was it Boosty got sent off? It was Boosty, wasn't it? Michael Fetter, think it's going to be a difficult game on Wednesday night. Going to be a high scoring 2-2 draw. As long as we get at least a point, I'll be happy. Play up Sky Blues. And Michael again, yeah, they buy them just to get the points added to their accounts and no intention of going to the game. Also, I think I'm going to say people need to be aware of some of the forums because people are supposedly selling tickets they haven't got as well.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people lately have been done for.
There's a lot of scams about. They'll be very, very careful. So never part with any money before you get the ticket.
No, go around the house and collect them. I wouldn't rely on an email. Steve Price, think you need 4 points for the next 2 and more likely to beat Stoke. So 1-1 at Plymouth would be okay.
It's a fair comment.
Well, Stoke are dreadful at the minute. Dave McGee, if we give players drugs like they're given to Blue Card Brigade, we might score earlier and win.
Blue cards again. God.
Dave McGee, great show, lads. Thank you very much, David. All positive comments are appreciated.
Yes,
Rob Nichols, I predict St. Valentine's Day massacre. Plymouth 0, Coventry the old 5.
That would be brilliant.
Jack Thomas, do you all think Hadji has turned a corner? I saw when he scored, he gained new confidence and enthusiasm. I just hope he gets the minutes and run of games. I noticed that when he scored the penalty for the next 5 minutes, he couldn't stop running around, could he?
That's right.
And then, because during the week when he scored, he never went to the fans, did he? And I think one of our lads pointed him in the direction of the fans and he never went. And today he ran straight over there, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think it's the new hairstyle. I think, since he's had the new hairstyle.
Yeah.
He's trying to show it off.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah. What a picture that is. Yeah. Right in amongst it, weren't he?
Passion right there.
Yeah. Is that it for the comments for now? I've got a few more.
Gary 87, where did you get the Bovril? My father-in-law had been trying to get one in the ground for ages.
Well,
they definitely do it, definitely.
Yeah, I think they do. It's just finding the right place to buy it.
There's a dirty corner where all the dirty stuff gets served up. Yeah. Catty Caz. Sims is going to be okay. He's got the height that troubles defences, even up defending today.
I think he will be. I think he's a confidence player, and I think he's lost his confidence. I do.
Yeah, I think if he scores one, he'll get a few. I think.
You'd like to think so. Liam was players are not above the law and can be arrested, but is that the way we want things to go? The FA just needs to start punishing offenders. It's that simple.
Yeah, being too soft on them, aren't they? At the end of the day.
Paul Cutterford, me and Mars have talked about this, and Mark Robbins was saying today that pitches in a bad way. What are your thoughts?
Well, personally, I don't think. I think I can see it's changed. It has changed, but it's a lot better than obviously when Wasp were there, isn't it? When it was like a mud bath. So it is a lot better, and we are in February, and we have had a lot of rain, so it can be expected to deteriorate a little bit. But I don't think it's as bad as people maybe make it. I don't know.
It's a lot better than Wednesday's was.
Yeah.
Trevor,
Hillsborough.
Trevor Merriman, Claudio, do you get your sponsorship money for promoting King of Shave's hair products?
He had a delivery the other day of several products.
I'm trying to get a car.
Talking about sponsorship, guys. talking about sponsorship. By the way, if anyone's watching tonight and you want to buy us a coffee, in the link on YouTube now, you can go on there and we have got a link for buy us a coffee. So if you are enjoying the shows, it'd be much appreciated. If you do fancy just donating a coffee to us, please do, and it keep the channel going. So thank you very much.
All donations.
Kind comments.
Gratefully.
There's loads of coming through here. Yeah, definitely. There you go.
Assassins United, O'Hare will sign a contract if we go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ralph Wiggins, I couldn't believe they watered the pitch at half time. That's what they did.
They did, yeah. You're right there. As if there wasn't enough water on it.
Jack Thomas,
this is why you didn't get a bottle, Miles.
Yeah, you're being too noisy, Miles. Couldn't hear us. That's why you didn't get one.
He was too busy shouting at the Millwall fans.
Whatever.
I could hear him.
Gar 87, where did you get the bottle? My father-in-law has been trying to get one on the ground for ages.
Obviously, people can't.
Well, I'll tell you something now, right? I'll tell you something now. Until the Sheffield Wednesday game, you had to go to the halfway line behind the concourse to get a hot drink. All the other bars, all the way down to block 15, didn't sell hot drinks. Then Sheffield Wednesday game, someone had a coffee, and I went, "Oh, where'd you get that one?" And they went, "Oh, round there by the last bar at block 15." So I went round, and they had Bovril, so I bought a Bovril. There you go. So they're in there. There you have it.
Robin Fletcher, Sims made a tackle at right back today. He did. He
ran all
when these lads are on the pitch, we've just got to support the players on the pitch. Yeah. Get behind them. Assassin's
He did
United
it against Sheffield Wednesday as well.
He did. Yeah. Assassin's United in 1995, Plymouth 1, City 3, Booth sent off after 19 minutes. Actually, there's footage of that because we were on Match of the Day that night. So you get it on YouTube if you want to watch that. You can see it again. It's good. Scott Brown Sword.
Mr. View Sky will have it on, I think. Mr. View Sky.
That's it. Brilliant. Ref was awful. One of Millwall players should have been sent off for Albo and Sakamoto. Yeah, definitely. I just don't know how he gets away with it. Jack Thomas, players are not above the law, true, but football is a contact sport and players know what risks you sign up to. But no, there's contact and there's assault.
That was assault.
Not Albo, Jack. Come on, Jack, have a word.
He's in training, he's in training.
Yeah, Assassins Unite. Sims has definitely lost his confidence. Sky fans need to back him like they did right and it'll come good.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree there.
He needs a David Kay haircut, doesn't he? Scott Brown Sword, I'll donate you a Bovril instead, Miles.
There you go.
Brilliant. Have it. Sort it out, Scott. That's brilliant. Thanks, mate.
Assassins Unite, they water the pitch constantly because it's made up of 95% sand and 5% topsoil. I mean, it's a brand new pitch as well. So, I mean, it probably needs a season or two to get properly bedded in. I don't know how these things work. Gar 87, thanks. Oh, tell him where you can get the Bovril. Luke Carter, Yoker has 3 goals in 19 games first season.
Yeah.
It's a fair comment, actually.
Mhm.
Steve Price, me and my son Tom were in the pub in South Wales at 11:45. Mike Flynn, ex-Newport Walsall and Swindon manager, saw us with our cough tops. And I think it's probably a bit more to that. Is he?
He's done the last bit in Welsh.
Yeah.
He'll add to it. He is speaking Welsh, but a load of letters all muddled up. You know what I mean? That's what they have in Wales, don't they?
That might be a train station. That might be.
I think that's the end. That's in it, and I think we're up to date with all the comments now.
Now,
aren't
listen, at the moment, I'm just going to say, guys, you know, we had a guest on from Australia on Thursday, Mark Murphy.
Yeah.
He was on. Anyway, he was going to see Simple Minds today. He was going to see Simple Minds in Australia. And there he is wearing his Cov shirt at the concert and his Cov hat as well.
Fair play
There
to
you
him.
go.
That looks
Well
hot
done,
there,
Mark.
doesn't
Brilliant.
it?
Oh, yeah. Look at the sun. Look at the sunshine there.
Yeah. Looks
Yeah.
lovely.
Looks
Also,
like
don't
our
forget
95%.
George and John statue.
Yes.
George and John statue fund. Get on it, guys. Get on it. We're all in happy moods. We've won today. We're back in the playoffs. Just donate a £5. It's not even a pint of beer at the game. I'm just going to get up how much they've raised. So they've raised £20,606 so far. So they are 67,000 away from the target. As Joe Elliott said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But if you can spare £5 to go towards it, that would be really appreciated. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah.
And Steve Price, I think, has come back on and said he actually bought us beers. So on there, bought us beers. Steve Price, yeah, that's the Newport manager, wasn't it? Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's what he meant. That's the other part of the part of it. Yeah.
Mark Carrington, do you think players, clubs should report directly to the police if they have evidence? Ignore the EFL route. Well, they can. They can do because they have. It's happened in the past where players. If Jamie Allen feels like he's not been protected, he could, especially with a broken cheekbone, he can definitely go to the police. I can't see why he couldn't. There's no difference with Sunday morning. If, as you know, as a referee, if something's happened on Sunday morning, you can prosecute private prosecution.
Yeah, and I've seen it happen on numerous occasions.
Scott Brown's sword. Got to say, Collins' distribution today wasn't good enough and needs to sort his kicking out. Yeah, he was a bit all over the shop. But I think we brought that on ourselves because we delayed the kicks too long. That's United, George and John Scarborough Army. Yep.
Guess the gate. We've got to guess the gate, Miles, haven't we? Now? Just before we
Steve Price, Tom is still in the pub celebrating.
Tom.
We have got guess the gate.
Here you go.
Guess the gate winner. I think it was it Cov Andy?
Yeah.
The attendance was 24,168, and Cov Andy had 24,690. So he was the nearest, Cov Andy. So if you send us your address details, Cov Andy, to on an email, and we're going to Sky Blue Fans TV more to you ASAP. Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, there you go. Luke Carter's come on.
How about the club donate £2 for every ticket sold at the big game, like the FA Cup towards the statue? It was them two that won it.
Good idea.
Yeah, they could do.
I think the club may have contributed something anyway, or they're going to.
I believe they haven't. I believe they put a donation there. I don't know how much.
They have. Yeah, they have.
And people got to remember, it's not the club's idea in the first place. It's a private thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. But any donation is welcome.
Can we show the FA Cup goals from last week against Sheffield Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, then. Here we go.
pick of the bunch there. I think it's got to be
courtesy of. Yeah, courtesy of Mr. View Sky on YouTube. Thank you so much for those goals and all our intros as well. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. I thought pick of those goals, I think, was Casey Palmer. I thought the first one took it really well. Right, anyway, we've got some more.
Oh yeah, got to be in it.
Yeah,
Andy, nice looking. Forward to drinking my morning coffee from it.
Yeah. Send us your address, Andy, and we'll get it to you ASAP.
Sassons United, Duncan Ferguson went to jail for 4 months for a headbutt. He never played for Scotland again because SFA prosecuted him.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're up to date with all the comments. Thank you very much for commenting. We do appreciate it. We can't do the show without you, of course. And we'll be back on next show, Miles, is on Thursday, isn't it? And what have you got? You've got Spot the Ball, haven't you?
Yes, Spot the Ball. Yeah, Spot the Ball this week. I might do Guess the Gate again. Not Guess the Gate, Guess the Ground. I might do Guess the Ground again this week, or Name the Ground. Yeah, and we've got Stoke fan coming on.
Hopefully be talking.
And you can buy us a coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy us a coffee still as well. It's going to be on every show every week now, so that's really good. But yeah. So we'll have Spot the Ball. I've got a real good one. I've got a really good one.
Have you?
And I mean, it's good. It is good. Yeah, no one's going to get it.
Better than
no one's going to get it this week.
Oh, okay. Be interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No one's getting this one. No one's getting it. Yes, you're not getting it. No one.
Got the. I'll have a quiz as well for Thursday.
Oh,
Claudia's quiz. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm making the long trip
brilliant.
to.
Don't forget. Yeah, don't forget. West Brom tickets go on sale tomorrow, and apparently the FA Cup tickets go on sale tomorrow.
Oh, both at the same time.
Oh, it's going to cause chaos, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only 2,000 for the Albion.
Yeah, apparently.
Is that all they hold now? The away fans, 2,000.
Yeah.
Is that it? Blimey.
Can't remember what we got there last year, but
Well, in all honesty, if we have more home supporters, it'd be the same at our place, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You have to change something. You know, I was thinking about that before we go. Where the Millwall fans are, wouldn't it be better if they just put them in the lower part of the stand, so they sit behind the goal? It just looks. I think aesthetically, it looks better because when we're on the telly, it looks like you just got a completely empty stand there when they've shoved them in the corner.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the camera gantry is the other side of the ground where it's full, and it's looking onto the corporate area, isn't it? Which is a lot of the times looks empty. So it does look bad. It does look bad on telly because there's hardly anybody there. When really all the other stands are full, apart from the one you're looking at on telly.
Because I get messages all the time saying, "Oh, you got no fans." I said, "Well, that's not our fans. That's the away end."
Yeah.
And you look at the corporate side as well.
Yeah, so there's always a lot of empty seats in the corporate because they're more expensive. So, and there was talk about the camera gantry going to the other side of the ground. I don't know whether that's going to happen.
There's also a rumour as well about Singer's Corner being moved behind the goal and the away fans being put in Singer's Corner area.
Oh, okay.
The Telegraph have reported it.
Possibly then, maybe. Be interesting for next season then, probably.
Apparently they put safe standing on.
So where the away fans are now?
Yeah.
So where the away fans are now, that's going to be Singer's Corner. That's going to be Singer's Corner.
No, I think
that's what the guys behind me were telling me today. The Telegraph are reporting it.
No, I think they're going to go the other way because that's how you can block it off towards blocks 2 and I think not Singer's Corner the other way because Singer's Corners are going to put safe standing apparently.
Apparently that's been put on hold.
Has it? But they're going to go. I think they'll go the other way because then that means we've got behind the goal and Singer's Corner,
which makes more sense.
Yeah. But who knows? Who knows with our club? And it's not our ground either. So
Pardon?
Wayne, are you going to Plymouth?
Yes, mate. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you down there then.
Who are you going with?
Wayne?
Sports Club, Bedford Sports Club.
What time are you leaving?
I think it's about 1 o'clock, I think.
1 o'clock, yeah. Same as me, 1 o'clock. Long trip.
Oh, we get there.
Yeah, you'll be there. You'll be there about 7:15. So good luck.
No, I think 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we'll be there about 6. We leave at 1.
I'll tell you what. I mean, the Plymouth lot had to travel to Sunderland, which was, I think, 6 hours or something. But the worst one at the weekend, Portsmouth to Carlisle, 11.5 hours.
Wow.
And some of the images are hilarious, the Portsmouth fans, of the view they got from the stand at Carlisle, where they couldn't see half the pitch. They've travelled 11.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that these football clubs really do appreciate some of the fans who do these journeys, and a lot of time it's not great to watch for some clubs. We're fortunate the last 2 or 3 years, whatever, that we've got a decent team to watch and some really good players. But if you're in the lower leagues, as we know, there's some real rough places. Mark Harrington, Sky Blue Army leave at 11 a.m.
No.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They'll be going somewhere for a drink beforehand. They will. Yeah.
Assassins
Going
Unite
to the harbour.
Thanks for the show, fellas. Thank you very much. Gary 87, take care, lads. Thanks for a great show. Cheers. Thank you again.
That's it.
That's it. Up to date with all the comments. Thank you, everybody, for commenting. Do appreciate it. Yeah. And thanks for watching, because we've had another very good show with a lot of content. We'll be back, of course, Thursday. Miles will be back on Thursday with all these normal shenanigans and spot the ball, etc., etc. And hopefully reporting on a 3 points pick-up down in Plymouth, where we'll be making, myself and Wayne, will be making the long journey down there on Wednesday, leaving 1 o'clock to make the long trip. Claudia's got his hat on because his hair looks messy.
Guess what else? I forgot to mention Pancake Day Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't forget Pancake Day Tuesday. But look, we're back in the top 6. Back in the top 6 after a fantastic comeback for the Sky Blues today against Millwall. It didn't look very good at half-time, but it certainly did in the second half. So let's hopefully keep that up and get another 3 points down in Plymouth on Wednesday night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the comments. And we'll see you live on Thursday night. Play up Sky Blues.
Play up Sky Blues.
Good night.
Play up Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.